Hello everyone, good evening and welcome to today's edition. So today I'll be talking to leaders, managers and everyone out there who is responsible for coordinating, managing and leading a group of people to achieve a specific goal. Okay, so there's one thing that is common to both leaders, managers and everyone who is responsible for coordinating a team, and that one thing is result. It is often said that nobody cares about the effort, but everybody is more concerned about the result. So your responsibility as a leader at every point in time is to deliver the numbers, to deliver the bottom lines, to deliver the goals and objectives of the team. But the question is, how do you achieve this? Leadership is not so much about what you have, but what you are able to do with what you have. I've seen leaders with team members that are full of potentials but still struggle with underperformance. And this is so because the leaders do not have the capability to harness these potentials of their team members and channel them towards achieving a desired goal or objective of the team. Okay, so you can have the greatest talents in your team and still struggle with underperformance. So it is your ability to influence, empower and align your team members to achieve team goals exceptionally that determines if you are a true leader or not. Great leaders are team builders. Great leaders build synergy in their team. Great leaders understand the 4 stages of team building, and these 4 stages are the forming stage, the storming stage, the norming stage, and then the performing stage. In the forming stage, a team is formed. People come from different walks of life, different areas, different backgrounds, different values to form a team. In some cases, as a team leader, you have the opportunity to select your team members. But in most cases, you don't have the opportunity to select your team members. So you either meet your team members as formed by the organization you are joining, or you are promoted from one level to another level and you get to meet your team members the way they are. So it is not your responsibility as a leader to build synergy in that team. And one way to build synergy is to understand the things you need to do in that time of forming, in that time of storming. The storming stage of a team is that stage where every team member is not so sure of the other team member. There is no trust in the team. So, and it is very important at that stage to build communication in that team, to enable communication, to drive bonding. This is one way you can achieve this synergy that is desired in that team. Now, when you're able to move your team from that forming and that storming stage, you get to a point where they begin to norm, where they begin to get used to each other, where they begin to trust themselves, where they begin to work as a team. Then from there you move to the stage of performing as a team. So great leaders encourage communication in a team. Great leaders build trust in a team. Great leaders know exactly what to do at every stage of a team to ensure that they get them to a level of performance. Now listen to this. How long your team stays in the forming, storming and norming stage is dependent on what you do as a leader. A team can even get to a point where they start performing and then relapse to another stage where they begin to storm. So this is very key. Great leaders build personalized relationship with team members, or better still, great leaders build customized relationship with team members. What does this mean? Now, the leadership style I will apply for person A may not necessarily work for person B, and this is so because person A is not the same as person B. How person A will take it if I raise my voice at him, person B may not take it. In fact, raising my voice at person B may mean the end of person B or losing person B completely. That is why as a leader, you need to build customized relationship with your team members. You need to understand them on an individual basis. You want to build a team, you want to grow a team, you want to get your team from the stage of underperformance to a stage of performance, you need to get to understand your team members on an individual basis. What will improve engagement or what will motivate a team member may not motivate another team member. So how do I get to understand what motivates person A and person B separately. I need to have a personalized relationship with these individuals on a personal basis. This is very, very, very important. So as a leader, if you must move and win with a team, regardless of how talented they are, you must be able to understand them on an individual basis. And to do so, you must build a what? Personalized relationship. I'm going to stop here. In my next video, I'm going to give you tips on how to make these moves and achieve the success you require with the talent of your team. I will talk about how you can harness the potentials of your team members to move them from a stage of underperformance to a stage of performance. Thank you.